The Honda Pilot has been updated for 2026. It is better, but is this the best midsize 3-row SUV you can buy?
First, here's how much the Pilot costs.
Setting the stage, here are the updates for 2026. There's a bunch of little trim changes, throughout the lineup, but the big ones are they have added a power rear liftgate as standard equipment. They have increased the amount of sound deadening inside the vehicle to make it quieter. They've updated the steering, and they've also changed the infotainment system. So instead of having a 7-inch screen and then an optional 9-inch screen, now every single Pilot gets this big 12.3-inch screen. Oh, and here's the big one. They have updated the front fascia, so now it looks more aspirational, at least according to the materials I was looking at. Here's a side-by-side comparison, 25, 26. Does the 26 look more aspirational to you? Tell us in the comments.
I think the interior is super handsome, but simple.
Like a Micah Muzio type.
Oh, simple.
Micah, love sweetie.
Sweetie, love all the color in here. The stitching, these little metallic accents.
All of that stuff you're identifying is specific to the TrailSport trim, which is the one we're driving, is the off-road one. We will go off-road in just a second. Getting back to the functionality part, sweetie.
Ooh, the door has 3 layers of storage plus an upright cup holder.
You'll find more of that great door storage in the back.
We also have a couple cup holders in the center console. Behind that, a generous center console storage.
We have wireless phone charging on all but the absolute base trim. Little mini storage spot right above it, adjacent USB-C ports.
There's also a generous storage area here. Sometimes they're so narrow you can barely get your hands in. You could actually store a lot of things there.
Moving to the seats, I really like the front seat. A little bit firm, but also lacking in pressure points.
I also find it firm but comfortable.
Seated behind my ideal front seat position, plenty of room in the second row. That second row seat slides and reclines, a lot of space to put my feet under the front seat if I need to. And then I can sit behind my ideal second row position in the third row. Good headroom space. The foot to butt ratio is workable for an adult. If there's any challenges, it would be maybe foot space. You kind of have to angle a little bit, but that's a minor complaint. One conundrum for any family buying a midsize 3-row SUV is, do you go with the second row captain's chairs or do you go with the bench because you want that 8-seat version? What's really interesting about the Honda Pilot is that all versions except our TrailSport come with 8 seats. And what's really cool is you can take that middle seat out, so you have second row captain's chairs when you want them, but if you need that 8th seat, the seat is in the cargo area. Kiddo, what about you? Any challenges climbing in and out of the Honda Pilot?
Nope, no challenges. Also, something that makes it pretty easy to climb into the third row is there's a little button you can press so the seat I'm currently sitting in, or that seat, moves out of the way.
That's a really cool feature. It empowers your kid to get back there so you can focus on other stuff like, I don't know.
Like coming up with examples.
Yeah. You can use that time to come up with an example of what you would do. While your kid is climbing aboard, one thing you could think about is how cool it would be to have that Honda Pilot's front camera in the SUV you already own. Adding a front camera to your vehicle is way easier than you'd expect thanks to the G900 Tri-Pro from today's sponsor, Wolfbox. The G900 Tri-Pro is a multifunction screen with a built-in dash cam that replaces your rear view mirror. It displays a rear camera, which is awesome given our Bronco's terrible rearward visibility. But the Wolfbox G900 Tri-Pro dash cam is also offered with a front camera. If you've ever crested a hill while driving off-road and you weren't quite sure what danger was waiting for you on the other side, you will love having a front camera. Yeah, I can drive over that. Wherever you drive, the G900 Tri-Pro constantly records all 3 camera views, helpful for documenting the idiocy of other drivers. The screen is controlled with simple swipe and tap inputs, but you can also use voice commands. Show rear camera. After a ton of research, I bought this G900 Tri-Pro dashcam for our Bronco with our own money, and after almost a year, it has performed flawlessly. If you'd like to learn more, you can check out our installation overview and review of the G900 Tri-Pro, and if you're ready to add a G900 Tri-Pro to your ride like we did to our Bronco, there is a Wolfbox link in the description below. Oh, and how did you find sitting in the third row, kiddo?
It's pretty comfortable, but if you tried to cram 3 adults back there, I don't think it would work.
Oh, because of width?
Yeah.
I think the third row is great for 2 adults, workable for 3 adults, fantastic for 3 kids. Oh, and we do have vents for second row and third row passengers. Taking a look at cargo, Every Pilot comes standard with a power lift gate, which is great. And then as we take a peek here, there's about 18.6 cubic feet of space behind the third row. I'm stepping over a pine cone, but I didn't fall down. That's life in nature. A couple things to notice back here. One, we got a little bin over here on the left side, so you can put some stuff there, and there are things to jack up the car underneath there. But the center section is most important. So we've got underfloor storage here, and we can flop this down. So if you want like a little extra space, you can do that so things don't roll out the back. And what's cool is that this is double-sided. So if you've got something wet or nasty, stop, you can put it on top here by flipping that over. And I feel like I might be doing it wrong. Come on, Micah.
Not nasty enough.
There we go. Get a hold of yourself. That got it. Look at that. And then for popping down the third row, really, really easy. You just have these simple straps, a little bit of Velcro to hold them in place. But flip and fold, flip and fold. And then if you do want to drop those second row seats, you have to walk around to the side. But I'm going to do that on this side just so you can see what that looks like. Come on down, pull the thing, down she goes. That's a big flat space. Load it up. Sweetie, what's the car seat situation?
All the latch points are super simple to access. In the second row, we have top tethers and lower anchors in both seats. In the third row, we have 3 top tethers as well as a pair of lower anchors on the passenger side. I'm 5'2", behind a workable front seat position for myself. There is room for a rear-facing car seat in the second row. If you also want to put a rear-facing car seat in the row behind that, you're going to have to make some sacrifices, namely in legroom.
As for safety, the NHTSA has rated the Honda Pilot 5 stars overall. The IIHS rated it a top safety pick for 2025. We have 8 airbags standard plus a complete suite of active driver assist technology. Rear window test. And all the way down. Armrest test. Driving in a comfortable 8 and 4. There's no hard plastic under here. We do have a little bit of stitching on the edge. Reasonable good squish factor and easy access both inboard and outboard with my hands in the comfortable 8 and 4 position. I'm going to give the Honda Pilot a 4 out of 5 on the all-new Micah Muzio Fuzzy Bunny armrest test. Onward to In Motion. It's hard to tell without a back-to-back comparison how much quieter the new Pilot is versus the previous Pilot, but they have updated the window glass, increased sound absorption, and deadening materials. Honda says like 2 to 3 dB in key audio frequencies. But yeah, the cabin does not seem like a noisy space. In terms of ride quality on our crappy mountain roads here, the Honda Pilot is handling this really well. Not too floppy with the body movements. It's absorbing the impacts adeptly. Is that the right word?
Sure.
With aplomb, with astute management of road imperfections.
I can't like describe what you sound like.
Is that the word you're looking for?
Yeah, that's the word. Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Regarding steering and handling, Honda has updated the electronic power steering for 2026. It's a little hard, again, without a direct comparison, but what I can tell you is as I enter this right-hand turn, efforts are reasonable light, and I am going hand over hand, because it's not the fastest ratio, it's like 15.9 to 1, but driving the Honda Pilot, you just don't think about it. It's neither sporty nor lethargic, it just kind of feels right. What I did notice is that the amount of effort it takes to steer really changes depending on speed. So when you come down to super slow speed, it really lightens up, which is great for tight maneuvering when you're doing big turning maneuvers. And then at speed, it gets much heavier, which gives it sort of a solid feel, and so you're not making inadvertent movements, which is nice for everybody in the vehicle because it makes for like a more stable platform. Real quick, let's come to a stop. Kiddo, can you count me down?
20. 2, 1.
Floored. Whee!
You're welcome.
We got up to speed. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
It rendered you speechless. That's hard to do.
What I did notice is that when we were coming up the hill shooting car-to-car footage, this struggled to keep up with our Bronco, but that was just with me aboard. So I imagine if you have this thing filled up, all 8 or 7 seats occupied, and you're trying to get on a freeway, it might be a little less sprightly than you would hope. That said, I really do like the powertrain tuning for the 10-speed automatic transmission. Very smooth shifts. And when you come to a stop and it does that automatic engine start-stop thing, it's extremely smooth. And we have a V6 here, which is naturally aspirated. So when you do floor it, there is no waiting for a turbo to spool up. You'll get that power immediately. And now let's do the opposite. I'm going to try and bring this thing to a limo-like smooth stop in the Micah Muzio Limo Challenge. Can I bring it to a smooth stop? Let's find out.
Heck of a lot smoother than I could.
Yes, nailed it. All right, that's what it's like to drive the Honda Pilot on road. What about off-road in the TrailSport. We're off-road in the Honda Pilot TrailSport. What do we have working for us? We've got an extra inch of ground clearance for a total of 8.3 inches, which is actually not that stellar. You can get that in the Subaru Crosstrek. It's okay because we've got a few other things working for us. We've got the all-terrain tires, in addition to more grip off-road that also offers more durability, so when you drive over rocks and stuff, you're less likely to destroy a tire. And then the IVTM all-wheel drive system. And it's a really cool setup that uses 2 clutches in the rear differential to redirect power to the right and left rear tires. You can send up to, I want to say, is it 70% of the torque from the engine to the back, and then up to 100% of that to either the right or left tires. So not only do you have the ability to get power to the ground, but you could also use that to overdrive the right or the left side of the vehicle to move the car and turn it in off-road settings and on-road as well. But what's really neat is that that's not a TrailSport exclusive. Any all-wheel drive Pilot gets that same all-wheel drive system. And then the other big differentiators, and the reason why I think in the midsize SUV category, the Pilot TrailSport is the best off-roader, we have actual metal underbody protection. And then the other thing is, all Pilots come with spare tires, but most are compact. But that's way better than having a tire repair kit. But in the TrailSport's case, having a full-size spare means if you do damage a tire, you can actually get back to society. Oh, and then we also have a bunch of drive modes. There's like 7 drive modes. I feel like that's almost too many drive modes. Snow, trail, sand, tow. Let's put ourselves in trail mode, and then we'll use this little multi-view camera to see where we're going. Actually, let's pick up the pace just a little bit and see how this thing feels driving off-road. And actually, it feels good. Seats are holding me in place. The vehicle feels solid. Now up ahead here is the section where we took the Palisade XRT, also a surprisingly capable midsize 3-row SUV. We're gonna do the same thing with the Pilot TrailSport, and Speedy will start making faces of concern any second now.
Don't worry, it already happened.
I can go through this section with a bit more confidence, knowing that even if we do set down somewhere, I see a big rock right there in the middle, and it's like, I don't know if I can make it over that. But even if we can't, it's okay, because all the essential bits have actual metal protection. Hey, we made it over it. Yeah, so what we have here is a kind of a V-shaped event. So we don't want to slide down into that little divot on the left. Let's see if we can do it without sliding too much. This is where having that all-terrain tire traction really comes in handy.
And I'm gripping my seat ferociously. Is that helping?
You mean like with your hands or with
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, with my hands.
Cool.
Nice, Daddy, nice.
Now I do think we'd have a little bit better traction if we aired down a little bit, but I made it up that no problem. We got a big gap here, so I'm hoping we stay right over the top of it. So far, drama-free, right? Let's see if we get 2 tires light, how easy or hard it is for there. Oh, did you hear that? Set down on a little bit of a rock, but we got skid plate up there, and there's also a skid plate under the fuel tank, so I'm pretty confident that we'll be just fine. Yep, no problem.
Phew.
You hear things, but that's what it's supposed to be doing, is applying the brakes and making sure power gets to the ground. So not only is the Honda Pilot TrailSport able to conquer moderate trails, but as you're doing it, you can do so with comfort, knowing that you're not going to screw up your vehicle. Well, that was a fun time off-road, and now let's see what Evie thinks about driving the Honda Pilot. Evie's at the wheel. Pull yourself onto this road, get yourself straight, and then when you're ready, floor it and let me know if there's enough acceleration for your sweetie needs. How'd that feel?
Not a dazzling amount of power, but enough. If I was merging on a freeway, I might have a different opinion.
When Evie is thinking maybe there should be more power, that might give you a hint that maybe there should be more power. What about steering this thing? How's that feel?
I really like steering this thing. I like how when I'm in a parking lot, it feels very nimble, easy to maneuver around. Like I never feel good driving a 3-row SUV through a parking lot, except here.
Yeah, the turning circle is actually fairly compact. It's under 38 feet for the Honda Pilot, so that's good. And then what about visibility? Any challenges?
Visibility is good all around except for over my right shoulder shoulder, visibility is blocked by that second row seat.
Some 8-passenger SUVs can feel a little intimidating for you because you don't like maneuvering big things that might hit stuff. How do you feel driving this?
It's my version of fun where the driving becomes automatic and I can focus in on the people I'm with and my music, and I like driving this.
So on a scale of 1 to 5, how happy will you be when I get back in the driver's seat?
About a 1, which shocks me for a 3-row SUV.
Huh, Sweetie loves the Pilot. Good to know. I'm getting back to the driver's seat. Moving onward to remarks. Infotainment. We have a standard 12.3-inch screen with Google built-in, wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto smartphone connectivity, and we still have a volume knob, which is lovely.
I find this very easy to use. I like that all the icons are color-coded. I found everything I needed in the menu easily. There are shortcuts on the side, and I like that they are customizable.
We also have a standard 10.2-inch digital gauge cluster over here. There's like kind of a beautiful simplicity, so that's working great. Seeing as this is a family-focused SUV, there are a few family-friendly features in here. One is Cabin Talk, which amplifies my voice to my child in the back. I've turned it on and I sound insane right now. I sound like Timu Darth Vader. Kiddo, I'm your father.
Yeah, well, I know.
Very good. Also on all trims except for the absolute base trim, there are 3rd-row USB-C ports and then a conversation mirror. This is also a great place to put your flying eyes, sunglasses, or eyewear. Super thin temples mean they fit comfortably under a headset or helmet. Pilots, motorcyclists, take note. You can learn more in the description below. There's a link. Returning to this video's original premise, the Pilot has been updated for 2026. It's better, but is it the best mid-size 3-row SUV you can buy? Last year, we reviewed the 2025 model, and I identified 4 things I thought would take it into the realm of perfection. Number 1, more daring style without compromising functionality. And they've actually done that a little bit with this one. I think it could be even more daring, but I'm gonna give them credit for that update. Number 2, bigger infotainment screens. They did that. Item number 3, make it cheaper. They didn't do that. And then item number 4, give us a hybrid powertrain, and that's gonna be the sticking point. Adding a little electrification could increase power, give us a little bit more punchy acceleration, and also improve fuel economy. And if you look at the competitive set, there are hybrid options out there, especially since the Civic and Accord hybrids are so dialed in. I would love to see a Pilot hybrid. All that said, this is still a very functional family SUV. It's really easy to live with and like. I just want it to be that extra little hybridized bit better. And now let's take a look under the hood in a test inspired by my buddy Brian. Here's how you open the hood on a Honda Pilot. Here's where you can check the engine oil. It's nice and orange. Here's where you add engine oil, and over on the left side, that's where you add the washer fluid. And if you're wondering what the Pilot's horn sounds like, all right, let's talk engine choices. The only engine offered is a 3.5-liter naturally aspirated V6. It comes paired with a 10-speed automatic transmission, and front-wheel drive comes standard on the 2 lowest trims, but you can add all-wheel drive for $2,100. On all higher trims, all-wheel drive comes standard. Regular unleaded fuel is fine, and if you want to tow, here are the max numbers for the Honda Pilot. Looking at our trim recommendation, it's the trim that will give you the essential features you'd regret not getting, but at the lowest possible price. In this case, the Honda Pilot Sport trim comes really well equipped with 3-zone automatic climate control, a 10-way power driver's seat, heated front seats, a power liftgate, and smart key access with an auto lock feature for when you walk away. Higher trims offer things like leather and this panoramic moonroof, but if you're on a budget, the cheapest Honda Pilot has everything you need. Speaking of budgets, among midsize 3-row SUVs, the well-equipped Honda Pilot has an unsurprisingly higher base price than names like the Hyundai Palisade, Toyota Grand Highlander, Chevrolet Traverse, and Kia Telluride. Did we miss any remarks? If so, tell us in the comment section. And now it is our daughter's time to shine. Child, can you tell us what is your favorite feature in the Honda Pilot?
I like the green color. It's kind of like silvery, but also green. It's pretty.
It's like 450-ish bucks, but I think that's money well spent. It's called Ash Green Metallic, and if I was buying a Honda Pilot, I'd probably go with that color too. Family, I think we've done a good job reviewing the Honda Pilot. May I have a 5? And a 5. And you come get your high 5. Boop! And now, let me remind you that I, Micah Muzio, despite all evidence, am a human, and I write all the music in our videos with the lone exception of our AI-generated Synopsis song, which you will hear now, all about the Honda Pilot.
It halls our chaos keeps the same perfect